Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in. You probably tuned into this vlog in the hope that you're going to learn something new today. This vlog is actually here to talk about some of the things that are going to be happening at Open World that you may be interested in, certainly coming and participating with. But just before I start, I just want to say one thing, what this vlog is not. You're not going to learn anything about any new products being released or any advanced notice of any new technologies we're going to release. That's just not going to happen in this vlog. But what I am going to talk to you about is a little bit about what we're seeing in industry, what's happening, certainly what I've been seeing as I travel across the world. And when I speak to some of our customers and partners, what are the challenges they're facing? In particular, what am I talking about? Because at the end of the day, there are many challenges that many IT companies face. But in particular, what I'm looking at is ISVs, OEMs, cloud platform providers, who are all embracing open source software today, but are looking at how they can actually become more agile and more nimble. Particularly those ISVs who have legacy monolithic applications, who have been running for the last 10, 15, 20 years, who have a solid customer install base. What I'm learning is they're now facing challenges from new upcoming smaller companies. These smaller companies are leveraging the revolution of cloud. In particular, something called cloud native. Cloud native is a sole set of tools for ISVs or new startups to develop applications ready to deploy in the cloud. The fact that you can actually develop an application straight for a cloud platform and not have the same cost of goods, i.e. infrastructure costs, as somebody who's got a legacy monolithic application running on-prem means that by its very nature, you're lower cost. Doesn't mean you're less profitable, doesn't mean you're taking less margin. You've just taken a whole bunch of cost out of your infrastructure for your application, which traditionally was there. When I go around and visit our ISVs, particularly the ones who have embedded Oracle database and Oracle middleware such as WebLogic, I'm learning that they are facing some real high costs in re-architecting their code to be more cloud native. Taking applications from where you are today on-prem in a legacy monolithic architecture to a more nimble microservices architecture is proving to be quite a challenge for most organizations. Most of our ISV partners are facing some major decisions in transformation. In some cases, they may not survive the technology transformation wave that's taking place today. And the reason being, smaller, more nimble companies are emerging using the technologies and tools available for cloud native app development, available through the public clouds. And these smaller companies don't burden or are not burdened with the same costs as a bigger organization such as yourselves, who have been running for the last 10 or 15 years with a solid install base. So with these challenges being faced, I have a presentation I'm giving at Oracle Open World on Tuesday, 3:15 p.m. in room 152B at Moscone South. I'd like you and invite you to come along and listen to what I've got to say. I want to talk about how you deploy a strategy to take your legacy monolithic applications, modernize them, and take them down a journey to become microservices architecture. This is not a one-step process, but there are steps that will take you partway there and at least get you to the place, partway to the place where you need to be. One of the advantages of working with us around this new strategy, or around this strategy in particular, but moving with us to do this, part of the advantages is you can start to look at making the infrastructure irrelevant. By using Oracle open source technologies, what I'll talk to you about and show you is how you can take our technology stack and modernize what you got in a legacy architecture or a monolithic architecture and put them into a structure which gets you ready for microservices redevelopment. Without having to redevelop all your code, how do you get into the cloud and become part cloud native, and at the same time become agile and mobile? How do you capture your customer who have made decisions on other public clouds and keep them in your install base, keep them on your books, you need to look at how to get your current applications to stage 1 of cloud readiness. Part of cloud readiness actually means you also have to be devoid of the infrastructure. What does that mean? Most customers today choose their own cloud platforms. Most customers today have more than one cloud platform. If your application has been architected to be on-prem, on a physical environment, or on a virtual environment, you're not agile anymore. Agility's gone to a whole new level. So please, come and listen to us on Tuesday, 3:15, room 152B at Moscone South, and we'll talk about how to take your existing Oracle database or Oracle middleware-based applications stage 1 towards microservices, providing agility and flexibility, and protecting your markets from being penetrated by these small upcoming ISVs. It's going to be one of the most revelationary discussions we have on this particular meeting that we do at 3:15, room 152, Moscone South. In addition to that, what we do have is 2 other exciting events going on. On Monday evening, we also have a partner awards dinner, and that's taking place at Morton Steakhouse. If you've not been invited or you want to register that, it's a really, really good event to come to. You'll meet partners and alike, and there's going to be some great presentations about the relevance of partners and open source. One of the things you will be hearing on the evening of the partner awards dinner and appreciation dinner is that how do partners take open source technologies and make margin and revenue out of it? How do you expand your business? And more importantly, how can a partner use Oracle's open source stack to grow other parts of their business, which are not necessarily Oracle? Then on Tuesday evening, we have an Oracle executive dinner. It's by invite only, but we have some great speakers there. And if you've not been invited, I truly encourage you to get hold of your Oracle Linux rep. And basically at this dinner, we have 2 great speakers, as I said. Number 1, Edward Scriven. Edward Scriven is our Chief Corporate Architect. He will be there for the full executive dinner and will be able to answer any questions you have. Edward, from a technology perspective and a securities perspective, owns our overall open source strategy. Also at this dinner, we have Wim Kokarts, aka known as Mr. Linux. Wim has been very, very strategic from the very, very start of the Oracle Linux software stack. He's been a key contributor not only to Oracle stack, but to many foundations like the Linux Foundation, the OpenStack Foundation, the Cloud Native Foundation. These are 2 great events that you could come to, and in both events you can either click on the links in this presentation or get hold of your local rep to help you get registered. But the main purpose of this vlog is, rather than send out some text, I really want to have a discussion to you about attending the event on Tuesday, 3:15, Moscone South, room 152B. Come and look and understand how we're changing or helping ISVs change from being monolithic, legacy, moving towards microservices, and how much more easier it is to do with our stack and be autonomous of every other technology in the marketplace. I look forward to seeing you Tuesday, 3:15, Moscone South, room 152B. Be there and you'll learn some really, really good things. I thank you for tuning in. I know you've got other things to do in your day. Speak to you soon.